So what happens to a house in a divorce or a separation between two people who bought a house together? Let's watch this video and find out the best solutions. What does happen to the house in a divorce or a separation? There are several key factors to make it go smoothly. The number one key factor is to be civil amongst each other. I've dealt with many divorced and separations. Most of them were civil, little anger, that's why they're separating, but they worked together. That's the best way to handle the situation. I had one that was so nasty. At the closing, the sellers had to be in two separate rooms. I had to have the police there to escort them each out and off the property. They were yelling at each other across the hallway for each other when time was signed the papers. They were angry. The swearing was just unbelievable. You could feel the tension. That is not any way to handle a situation in a divorce or a separation, especially with kids involved. Here are 5 different ways to handle the divorce and a separation in the best possible way for all parties. The first one, which I see a lot of, and people don't understand this, are they go through the divorce or separation but still live together. It's a little awkward for some people saying they're getting a divorce or they're separating from their spouse, but they're still living together. The reason they do that is it softens the blow to the children involved. It's ease on the financials, so one doesn't have to move who can't afford another place. So they live together. We deal with the situation. We get the house sold. They take the proceeds. They go their separate way. That's the best scenario that I have seen with couples in a divorce or a situation. The second way is one can agree to stay in the house while the other moves out. I see this happen. It's not as popular as the first option, but I see that happening because they can't live together anymore, which I understand. So on this situation, it's best to keep the children in the house. It's less stressful for the children to be in the house than to have to move. When they have to move, they're dealing with mommy and daddy not being together. They have to deal with possibly a new school district, meeting new kids around the neighborhood, not knowing the area. It's just too stressful for kids. So when one spouse decides to stay and the other decides to move on, it's best to leave the children in the house. It softens the blow, as mentioned, on the children. A third option is one spouse can buy out the other. When you buy out the other, you turn around and get a new mortgage to get the one spouse off the mortgage, so now it's in your name only. I've seen that a couple of times. If you have the financial security, if you can qualify to get the house on your own, you buy it outright, relieve the spouse to go on their own, and now you own the home. Again, if you can keep the children in the house, that's the best scenario because they're accustomed to the house, accustomed to the neighborhood, they have friends, the school district, so it's best to leave the children in the house if possible. The fourth option, you can sell the house before the divorce. So before any paperwork, you guys agree, let's just sell the house. We get involved. We get the house sold. You get the proceeds. You get the proceeds. Then you can go to the divorce attorney, separate the assets, the financials, and go your separate ways. And the last one is you can sell the house after the divorce. So after the divorce is finalized, the lawyer will want to come in and try to take it to court to settle the assets. You don't necessarily need that. If you come to a mutual agreement of a 50-50 split on the proceeds when the house sells, you do not need to go to court. You do not need the extra expenses. You just tell the divorce attorney, we're going to split it 50-50. And then you can, again, you can one live in the house, the other one move. You can both move. Or if you live in a house, you can just agree that when the house sells, you'll go separate ways. The key aspect is keeping it civil. Keeping it civil is the biggest key in separating in a divorce or a straight separation with the house involved. It's less stress on the kids. It's less stress on getting the house sold. We can work together to clean the house up as needed, stage it as needed, price it right as needed. Just working civil amongst each other is key factor for a divorce. Again, I've helped several families with divorces or separations of couples who bought a house together that weren't married yet. And 90% of the time, they all work out civil. We get the houses sold, they go their separate ways. I've had some where they hug each other at the closing table, wish each other luck. Others shake hands and, part their ways. That's the best way to do it, is to shake hands or hug, go your separate ways, keep it civil. I hope these 5 ideas of how to deal with the house while you're going through a divorce or separation helped you. Again, as a recap: 1, you can live in the house together until the house is sold. 2, one can move out mutually on an agreement while one stays. Best way to do that is the one that's going to keep the children the most should stay in the house to make less stress on the children. 3, one of you can buy the house outright to buy the existing partner out. Get their name off the mortgage and title and let them go their separate ways. Or 4, you can sell the house before the divorce. Just get it sold as a mutual agreement. At the closing, go your separate ways. Or 5, you can sell it afterwards. You can live in there, sell the house. Then after you sell the house, you can go through the attorney, tell them you don't have an asset, the house already sold, and get the divorce, separation finalized and go your separate ways. I hope this has helped you when you're dealing with the house in a divorce or a separation. Keep it civil. Get a professional involved, that's the local realtor, and let them handle the situation. I have plenty of experience in this situation. If you're in the Pittsburgh North area, I can help you in a divorce and a separation and keep it as civil as possible. I hope this video helped, and if you're interested in more content, please go check out another video I have on my YouTube channel. I hope this information is valuable if you're going through a divorce or separation and have a house involved. I also have more information about going forward with the house. If you're moving on and you want to buy another house without your spouse, there's low money down home programs I do videos on. There's down payment assistance going through a divorce. Maybe there's not a lot of equity and you don't have any money left over after the sale. We have down payment assistance programs, low money down programs. Just subscribe below if you want to, or go to my YouTube channel and look through my videos and pick out one that's best to suit your situation. Again, I hope this helps, and I look forward to seeing you in another video.